You are watching Melody Lane. With me you're gonna have a great crafting time.
Hello everybody! Hopefully we are live. Hello everybody! Ooh, we don't want to hear me talking. We are live! Hello, hello everyone! Don't want to do that. Hold on, go back. Happy Wednesday! Hello everyone! Shush my mouth up. There we go. Hello everybody! Hello Sue, Jamie, Deborah. Hello admins. Ooh, I'm like so red. Okay, kept forgetting things and then had to keep going up and downstairs. Oh, here we go. How is everybody doing tonight? So we usually go live on Tuesdays. However, I had to go to the doctor. I had to go get a foot x-ray, which took forever at the thing. So I had to cancel yesterday. So we are going to go ahead and play with it today. Hello, Carol. Welcome. Like, how often do we buy something, right? And I know even with the Cricut, people buy things and they're like, oh, I'm going to use that someday. Like, how many of us crafters have like, oh, that's really cool, I'm going to use that, purchase it, and then it gets set to the side and then a year's passed and you've never used it yet? Because that's exactly what happened to me with Gelli plate. I bought this. Ooh. I bought this and I actually looked. I bought this August of last year. Because, you know, I seen some cool videos and then I was like, oh, I want to do that. And then it gets put to the side and you forget about it. And then you see some more videos and you're like, wait, I have that. I need to play with that. So that is what we're going to do today. We're just going to experiment. I've never used this stuff before. So I've just watched videos. So this is going to be like, hey, somebody who's never tried it. And this is going to be first experimentation, which was really tough because I really wanted to use this so much. But I'm like, no, I just want it to be like first experience. So, you know, we mess up together and we see how it goes. But there's so many different medias you can use on the Gelli plate, like alcohol inks and watercolors and acrylics. But we're going to be working mostly with alcohol inks today. Yeah, see, Carol said, mine has never been open. That is so me. Yeah, that's true too, Jamie. You use it, but how many times will you use it? So, I have this Gelli plate here, which I got at Michael's a year ago. They still have it though. And it comes with acetate on it, but Jamie gave a lesson. She's used the Gelli plate, and she gave like an intro to it in our Zoom for our Patreon members. And so she had a couple tips. And one of the first ones was, when you get the Gelli plate, take the acetate sheets off and then cover it with paper. And it'll help so the paint will like distribute evenly, I believe. Jamie can tell you if that's exactly correct. I know, Lori, right? It's so easy to do. It's so easy to do. So let's go ahead. We'll go ahead and go over to the overhead.
You are watching.
Okay. There we go. All right. So we have, oh, I should probably put something under the Gelli plate. I didn't think about that. So I have lots of these. I don't know why I have so many extra of these big lids for like the big totes, but I have like 10 lids. So they're really good for catching messy stuff too. So I'm just going to use it on that. So we have our Gelli plate here, which really is like jelly. And it's clear. There's so much cool stuff you can print with this too. Like, you can just go down a whole rabbit hole, which is exactly what I did. Yes, helps to avoid air pockets. Do I just put this? Seems weird. Clonkety. Okay. We got that on there. And then I bought all kinds of different stuff because they have it on sale this week. Buy one, get one 50% off. Or if you buy it online, 25% off. So I have like a different array of stuff. But I got this kit here. I'll set that there for now. Which is the Ranger alcohol ink kit. And then it comes with like 3 different bottles of ink, then a metallic one. It comes with the mixer, a stamp, and all of that, and some paper. And this was all in one. I think it was $29.99 regularly, but at Michael's it's on sale. So I think I paid like $22, I believe. So we're going to go ahead and use this kit and see what we can create. All right, I am going to grab some paper here. Actually, oh, I'm gonna grab a piece of craft board here. Okay, I was gonna put this under it because it's got this little, we don't want it to make those shapes in it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stick this on here. That feels so funny to smack it down like that. Okay. And you can print on all different kinds of paper too. So, but you will want the jelly plate and then a brayer of some kind. Does this all go together? Yes. And ideally you want a brayer as long, and this is a soft rubber one. So it's a little different. It's not like the Cricut brayer. It's just soft. But ideally if you get it as wide as the plate, you won't have any lines. But I bought this like a year ago and this is what I have here. So, oh good, Jamie. So you haven't tried alcohol inks. I know the paint, there's so much cool stuff. I'm telling you guys, you will go down a rabbit hole. Let's go ahead and get our stuff out of here. So this kit is going to come with, this is a felt pad with different things to re-ink there to put on, which I see some people use that. I see a lot of people just use the bottles though too. So we're gonna try both. And then it comes with a little thing of distress black soot. Let me pop out the chat. Actually, it was easier here. All right. And then in here we have our 3 colors, which with the primaries you got red, yellow, and assuming that's blue, because you can make kind of all the colors. And then it's got a mixative, which is, looks like gold metallic. And then we have a blending solution. And then it comes with a 5-pack of the alcohol ink, I gotta remember the name of this, alcohol ink cardstock is all it says. But over here it's called Yupo. There's Yupo cardstock too. So this is that. And then I also have Cricut cardstock we're gonna try pulling. And I cut some shapes out of Cricut cardstock ahead of time that I thought I would just stick down to print on. And then it comes with an acrylic block for stamping, and then you get some stamps here also. I feel like I need light up right here. Let's see if this helps. Cricut light to the rescue. Alrighty! Okay, we got so much stuff going on. So, oh, and we have rubbing alcohol. We don't want to forget rubbing alcohol. And baby oil to clean our mat with here. So let's go ahead and get our alcohol inks out. All right. Well, let's see what we make. These are very, I will say these videos too, if you watch any, and there's a whole bunch of TikToks and reels and shorts, just real short ones you can watch. And it's so satisfying to watch and like see each pull, because like the paint pours, you're never gonna get two of these the same. Never. So it's like a snowflake. Hi Kathy, welcome. Hi Ayana. Hello, hello ladies. All right, so we have this down here. And when you watch videos, you will get so much different information from one video to the next. Some people say use hand sanitizer because it'll stay wet longer. The alcohol. Some people say let it sit for a long time before you peel it. Some people say peel it right away. So you just really kind of, it's trial and error. You just get as much info as you can and then you say, okay, well, let's try this. So that is what we're going to do. So we're going to start by, this is where it gets all fun. And then, Jamie, when you haven't used alcohol ink. Some people apply some alcohol first to the pad, and then others put it as a blending solution. So I am going to just drizzle. What did I do with that? Maybe not. Can't find my little thing I got. that I had right here. Oh, there it is. All right, so I'm just going to take and drop some drops of my rubbing alcohol on my pad here, and I'm just not using the sprayer, I'm just using the end of it to just drop some drops of it. Smells like a doctor's office. Okay, and then let's go ahead and mix some of these. And then you want to think too, when you put different colors, you know, red and yellow is going to make oranges, and the blue and the yellows will make greens. Let's go blue and yellow. Me too, Ayana. I've never done this, so this is new to me too. But I'm kind of like, let's just give it a go. I mean, what's the worst going to happen? We're going to mess up some paper. All right, I'm going to drop in some yellows. And it's cool, you can see when it's like in the alcohol, that's where it spreads really easily. Like how these are all spread, and that's because of the alcohol around it. And this is like totally new. I've never touched this stuff before. So we are going to see how this goes together. Okay, so now you're going to take your brayer and you can just roll over it. Oh, that's fun. That's fun already. Oh my gosh. See, that's just satisfying. I haven't done really nothing yet, and I'm happy. Right? It looks so pretty already. And then, so you actually let it dry before you pick it up. Although some might. Some do it right away. It's very hard to tell. I'm gonna put, I need a drop there. I'm gonna add some of the blending solution right here too. I wanna see what happens if we, so I have a feeling blending solution's probably got alcohol in it. I don't know. Okay, so for right now, we're just gonna let that dry first before we go ahead to lift up the ink. Now with the alcohol ink you let dry, you can also, you got like the alcohol blower and you can blow them around while it's wet. I would put more alcohol on the plate for that though, because it's gonna allow it to move more. But you actually let this part dry. And then, right? Oh, it has resin in it. Good to know, Kathy. Oh, okay, that's good, because I do have the pearls here too. So alcohol ink pearls need blending solution because they contain resin. That is good to know. I'm just curious. Well, it's almost dry now. But because of the alcohol in it, it does dry pretty quick, so you just want to do it till it's dry to touch. And then you can. And then I also have alcohol lift ink, which is going to allow you to be able to lift the ink. It kind of like re-wets it. So I have my area here. I'm just going to go ahead, make sure it's dry. And it is. So then I'm just going to go ahead and re-ink it here. And then place the card on here. And press it down. And there's also a tool you can use to smooth it down too. It's like the air hockey tool. What's that called? What's that called, Jamie? I think it's called a Baron. Oh, look it. That was the first pull of that. Now I don't have any color over here because I think where it didn't color is probably where I stopped using my alcohol lift pad. So I could just go ahead, re-ink that there, and then press it down. Oh, I need more though. A Baron. That's so fun. And then you can just pick up your inks and you can let this dry and you can use these for card, you know, to cut out for cards or card backs, whatever you want. And if you don't like it, just, you can go over another area and like, oh, I want to pick it up here and stick it down. And just play with it till you get it like you like it. Well, this probably would have been a good one with the greens. I do have some. Let me find my bag here. I went around the yard and was trying to find like some leaves that you can press in too. Never said I like hockey puck thingy better. It really is. Alright, and I went ahead and pulled some things. So I'm just going to get these out here so we can play with those. Now some people just pull the ink like I did, and there's some people who also do the acrylic paint over it and then pull it. But we'll try both because I have the acrylic paint too. So we went ahead and pulled that. Now what would happen if... We've already pulled that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I hate to waste this. Like, there's way more you could use. I have a little tree here. And I got a little tree I cut from my Cricut cardstock. So I'm going to go ahead and try to pull. I just want to color this tree. Hockey puck thingy is very descriptive. Yeah, right, Jamie? If you don't like it, just add more ink. Exactly. I hope I got all of it. And then you can stamp over too, whatever you do. So I could take in... Well, we can go ahead and do that actually. Now this here is the Cricut cardstock, so I'm curious to see... Oh, fun! This is... And then there's a tree there. That's fun. So you can literally just go around. You could use hearts or circles, just different stuff to make with cards. I don't know the cut settings after using alcohol ink in the cutting machine. That's why I wanted to cut some first. But that's fun with the tree. Alright, so let's go ahead. We're going to clean this off now. We're going to go to a different one. We're going to layer it with like 2 different layers and put a leaf print in. That is the plan anyway. Ooh, Jamie, do you think I can pull this off with tape? I'll start wiping in a little area. Oh, this comes off really easy with... The alcohol ink seems to come off way easier if you're using acrylic paint. Jamie showed us a really cool tip. And you just use cheap, like, shipping tape. And if you lay it down and pull it up, it pulls everything completely up. But if you had paint covering this thing, you'd really have to kind of scrub it. This way you don't have to. With alcohol ink. Yeah, and I have some other colors too. I just really wanted to work with this alcohol ink kit and see what we can make. There's so many colors. Alright, leave that there. Close this out. I have a whole bunch of stuff going on here. Alright, we're going to let that go ahead and dry. I'm just going to take this as a fresh rag. I'm just going to wipe over it. Well, that dries. It can hold this. I'm going to go ahead and use a stamp on here. One of the stamps that came with this. And if you guys can see the alcohol paper, it reminds me of kind of like photo paper because it's shiny. Smooth cardstock would work good too, which I have some of that. I have printer paper, but you can use any of it. So we're going to use some different stuff. Hi, Dawn! Welcome. So far, we just did one jelly plate alcohol printing thing so far, which was this. This was our first. Ooh. I wonder what happens. Hold on. While I'm still here, let me try. What happens? I'm just curious. If you drop alcohol ink on here now, is it gonna react? I'm not sure. Yes, it does. Oh yeah, it does react. So if you can see, I'm going to drop some more alcohol ink on because I love... Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Or not alcohol ink, that was alcohol. But can you guys see the little... The alcohol's reacting with the alcohol ink in there. And doing that, the little splatters. That is fun. Okay. I'm just going to let the alcohol ink dry for a second. While that dries, we are going to take, I am going to take this tree stamp here. Hi, Donnelly. Hello, Karen. Oh, you're addicted to jelly plate printing? I can see why, because it's so fun, Karen. And by the way, I love Lake of the Ozarks. My family, well, my cousin still does have a lake house there, and my best childhood memories are at Lake of the Ozarks on the lake. All right. So fun. Yeah, you can go down a whole rabbit hole, Karen, of jelly plate printing. It's so cool what you can do. And sometimes I'm just amazed at watching, and they'll print whole things. Like you can put newspapers down, all kinds. I'll get the stamp off here. Thanks, Sue. I do too. That's why, like, I had no idea. I'm like, ah, blues and yellows, we're going to end up green somewhere. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and stick our stamp on our acrylic black here, which it did come with this acrylic black too. So if you don't do stamping at all, it had all this in one, which I thought was really cool. All right. I do want to make one rainbow color too, because I'm like, ooh, with these colors, I should be able to achieve the rainbow. Hopefully. Oh, yeah, I know where Melrose Park is. We're from the Bourbonnais, Illinois, but we moved over the border to Indiana now. So, all right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and this. I know this is a little ink pad, but I should be able to just stamp this here. Ooh, yeah, I've seen them spray it too. I do have my little spray bottle. It's got, I think, water and soap in it right now. All right, let's go ahead and try stamping these trees on here. Should I do them at the bottom? I feel like they should be. I feel like they should be at the bottom. Hi, Lori. Thanks for coming in tonight. Only done one of these, but so far it's been fun. I think the alcohol might have been wet down there at the bottom still. Or what, but then I put the trees at the bottom. Then you can cut that and use that for like a card base. How fun is that? All right. Let's do another one. Hi, Terry. Oh, I know we're getting down to 34 tonight. And my furnace is broke. The part came today. That's hopefully the issue. So hopefully my hubby can fix it when he gets home from work. But yeah, it's been chilly for 3 days. Oh, that's so cool, Karen. Yeah, so that is our stomping grounds. That's where we grew up. Melody used to live in Kankakee too. All right, so what are we going to do now? Let's go ahead and... Some people I've seen... Oh, I do want to wipe this too. Wipe your brayer because you're going to have ink on that. So I don't want to transfer these same inks. So I do want to go ahead and wipe that off. Yeah, the Lake of the Ozarks is much prettier, Karen, definitely, than Kankakee, Illinois, or Melrose Park. Yeah, I feel you there, Sue. So glad to be done with summer. It's chilly. I know I have my hydrangea bushes, for some reason, have bloomed late the past 2 years, so they're full of blooms. They have some that have bloomed on it, but I'm like, oh, they might freeze tonight. So I want to, if I don't forget, I want to get some of the blooms. Oh, that would be so cool, Sue. Anyway, I'm going to get covered in colors here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do this again. We're going to use some different colors. Let's see. I did see, I'm just going to try something. And you see me use the lift ink with the pad. You can also put the bottle on and roll it. I saw a video of that too. But one lady just rolled the alcohol on it first. Just like that. And that does dry really fast though, so you want to think about that. And then let's just go in and... I like that there's really no right or wrong to this. There can be like less than ideal and you can change it, but... Yes, I love that Alex is in, I always screw this up, Maine? So he is actually getting to experience fall colors this year. Actually, where Alex was today, it was snowing. He was up in a mountain somewhere. He couldn't go all the way up though because it was too icy, and he said it was like 500 feet up and no guardrails. I'm like, that is frightening, Alex. Don't tell me that. Alright, then you can add some blending solution if you want. You'll see it just like mixes it more, like in this little spot right here. It looks really cool. And then we'll just go ahead and roll it again. Whoa! Look at that! Oh my gosh. That's wild. Whoa. Let me move this piece here. Now these colors have the ability to mix and make brown too. Whoa. So I have no idea what we're gonna get here. No idea. Just looking at it and I'm like, ooh, that is definitely gonna turn brown right there. Alright, we're just gonna let that sit and dry. Some places it's a little thick. I do not know. Alright, so let that dry. What if I just follow it? Well, this had some thicker ones. You could maybe blow this out. But I don't know. Now we did do just, well, I'll wait on that because that's harder to pick up there. And I did cut stencils too. Like you can use the Cricut. I just cut this out of vellum. So we'll use this as a stencil. At a point, I don't want to do it on this one because I'm not sure what this one's going to look like yet. Where is my lift pad? There it is. So much stuff going on around me. And we're almost dry. I don't know the exact reason. Now they tell you to let it dry and then re-ink it. I don't know the reason behind that, why you can't just press it right away, but I think it's just because it dries so quick. I'm just waiting. There's just a little bit more I see that's wet here. Okay. All right, guys. Let's give it a go here. And you may get the lines from that. Wait, somebody said something about chocolate? Oh, it's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Very true. I don't think I got it there. I don't think I put... Whoa. That's wild. That is wild. And then I'm going to re-ink over here and try to pull it. This is very grunge. Yeah, and so you can just go. So if you need ink from somewhere, you can just re-ink it and then pull it. That's so fun. Like reminds me of like when you guys were kids, did you ever we used silly putty on the newspaper to pull prints up, and you can like do that with the Gelli plate. I know I used to do that with my silly putty. I'd take like the Saturday comics and press the silly putty into it and then pull it off. But there's just a grunge piece. Definitely did not turn out rainbow like I was thinking it would. Now when I think about it, I would totally change the way I put layered on here. I do like red, then yellow, then blue, which I will do. We'll do that next. Because that way I think it'll go rainbow. Where this, I knew those colors mixed turn brown. But it's this really like grunge. Let's add some. Oh, I could just put the bottle in here, couldn't I? And spray it. That's right. Alright, let's see what that's gonna do. We just added alcohol to that. So grungy. It's very cool. So there's that one. All right, now that we learned, hey, don't put all the colors together because they might turn brown. Let's go ahead and try the real rainbow here. Do that baby wipe. Yeah, see the silly putty. Yeah, see, everybody did the silly putty on there. Sue, I haven't used the pearl alcohol inks. But I think Kathy in here said that when you use that, you have to use the blending solution because they have resin in it. But I got these because it came in this pretty, can you imagine? I wanted this pretty color pack And I was like, oh, pearls are cool. Oh, and then we'll also apply too with the felt. We haven't done that. So far we've just been dropping drops on. And it's all you like learn as you go. It's just experimenting. If you don't like the way the one turned out, well, don't do that one again. I see a lot of people too use like bubble wrap and they'll press in to give like texture. All right, let that dry. And then we will go ahead and I got a plan for this one. Hopefully works out. Oh yeah, it would, Jamie, you're right. Could probably even put something like steampunk with it too. It's actually really cool grunge. Almost like metal that changes colors. It kind of reminds me of. All right. Do we want to try? Let's try the honeycomb. All right, I'm just gonna drop some alcohol. And I did see the tip that if you use hand sanitizer stays wet longer. So it like blends good. Only hand sanitizer I had though was Bath and Body Works, and I'm like, I don't know that it's scented. So for this one, I'm gonna put red. Then yellow. And then blue. That way when they mix together, the red and the yellow will make blue. The whole point here is I'm trying to avoid all the brown. I'm going to drop some blending solution. Middle of nowhere. You really are in the middle of nowhere, Alex, but that's really cool because look when you add the blending solution, how you can see it spread out. Alex has took some awesome pictures. He's got like night pictures of stars, but you can see the fall colors. It's very cool. All right. Put those here. Now, let's roll it. Making sure my brayer, I'm getting the ink off my brayer first. And this may be drying, it dries quick, so if it dries too fast, I'll just add some more blending solution. Beautiful, but cold. Yeah, Alex, did you get the heat turned on there? His house was colder. He has heat in his cabin, but it was like, I said, it's colder there than it is in my house without heat. Okay. That just took a second. So I'm going to add a little bit more blending solution. And all of these come in bigger bottles. These little bottles came with the kit. I wonder if I should keep wiping this. And I don't know if I should be wiping this right now. I just am feeling like to try to not blend everything. And that's why I was wiping it. So we did achieve rainbow, which that's what we were looking for. But I went back and touch it without wiping it. So I seen, yeah, that will, because there it transferred the red there. So I would definitely say if you don't want your colors to blend, make sure you wipe this frequently as you're doing it. Oops. Oh, flip these. That did give us a rainbow. Now, if you do this with like distressed oxides or paints, it's not, alcohol inks are just messy because it's just an ink. I don't want to leave it alone. I'm not sure in the middle there how colored it is. So we will let that dry. Let's try. And I'll show you the other way to do the alcohol lift ink too. Because you can buy it in the pad like this, or they have the little bottle which you'll use to re-ink it. But you can just take and I've seen people, they just take and do like a line, say like this, of the re-inker. Or the lift ink, it's lift ink. And then just roll it across. Which ideally you'll do this on something flat. I'm doing this on this, which is kind of like concave in the middle, which is probably not the best idea. Definitely flat is gonna... Okay. Alright, we're gonna pick that up, but first I want to go ahead and press this down into it. I feel like I'm picking up all this ink with my finger. Let's see here. Just barely touch it and it goes. All right. Are we ready? Are we ready for this? As ready as we'll ever be. Actually, do I want the whole thing? Let's try it. I'm going to do it two ways, actually. Ooh, that did make brown, but it did stencil. It did stencil on it, so you can put stencils on there and pull it. And then you can layer it too and do even more, which is interesting. It definitely takes and mixes there when you do it. I'm gonna pull this up. And I'm just gonna stick this down. I wanna see, actually, I'm just gonna take a piece of copier paper. I'm just gonna put a piece of copy paper on here. I just wanna see what it looks like when we pull it. Hi, Rosie! We are just experimenting here, seeing what. Isn't it so fun to like pull the paper though? This was just regular copier paper, but I just wanted to put it over and pull it. So you can see the first pull I did, was with the stencil on, you can pull it, but then you can also print it after you take the stencil off, and it gives you a totally different effect. Yes, that was fun. And it just pulled everything off too. Like, I don't know if I even need to clean it. Maybe down there. But that was just experimenting with that. All right. On to another one. Now I want to experiment with, oh, I forgot there's like gold in here too. All right, let's try that next. Right, Rosie? I said I had this gel plate. I bought it a year ago because, you know, I seen videos and I was like, that's cool. I want to do that. And then I didn't do that. I didn't use it. And so I'm like, I want to just, and it's right. You're like, oh, I want to do that. It's cool. And then you get a little intimidated or you forget about it. So I was like, let's just experiment. This is literally the first time I've done any of this. So we are learning together here. I just watched lots of videos and tried to like take info. I was like, okay, let's try it. But everybody has such different info for techniques. Let that dry. All right, and this next one, I want to add some of this gold in. This mixative. I'm pretty sure this is, looks like gold metallic. Yeah, it's gold, mixative. All right. Let's go ahead with these. I'm going to do the blue and the yellow and then the gold because I think the greens and the gold could be cool. Now this time I didn't put any alcohol down. I want to see if there's a difference if you don't put any alcohol down first. Yeah, hopefully after this, Rosie, you get out and play with it. There's so much, like I said, you can just use acrylic paints. Distressed oxides work really good on it and can just, which I'll use another time. There's just so much you can do with this. I just wanted to focus on one thing. Oh, this is gold. I'm not even paying attention. I'm thinking I'm putting yellow in. All right, well, we added some gold mixative there. I'm going to add some blending solution. And let's roll it. And I'm trying to remember the one. If I can remember how I did one, they printed it, then they put the ideally you don't want to get these lines in it that the brayers cause, and that's why if you have one as wide as what you're using, you won't get that. I just try to spin it and lift it up so it doesn't quite give all those lines. All right, now we wait for that to dry. What else are some things you guys have purchased craft-wise that you're like, oh, I'm going to use that someday, but you haven't got around to using, but you want to use? I am going to be all colorful. Next time too, I should remember drop them on and then smoosh them around with, or spread them around with this. This is just air. So I'm just using it to help dry it. Which, I don't want to pull up, I guess, there. Which is weird, you have to wait for it to dry. I was just thinking about this, but so we wait for it to dry, but then we re-wet it, kind of. Alright, I'm going to do that way. I did it again with this. And then you can push leaves in and stuff, which I wonder, do I do that now or when I re-ink? I'm going to do two different ones. Two different pulls on this. Everything says to let it dry though, Deborah, I don't know why. But everything was like, let it dry, then do this. But it doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense. Alright, so I'm just going to take this alcohol lift ink and I'm going to spread it with the brayer again. Hi, loose. I'm just looking because I can tell. Okay, for this one, I'm going to actually take, oh, that's alcohol ink. I'm going to take this Distress colored cardstock, and I want to try to do it with this. So let's press one of these here. What are you doing, Luce? Yeah, the drying thing doesn't really make sense to me, guys. Like I said, but they all say let it dry, then you put the alcohol lift ink. And like I said, I don't know the reason of that. Oh, that's cool. And there is that one, which you could drop alcohol. That one looks. Well, what did I do different on this one? Oh, it's just different paper. That's what it is. Loose. Stop. But this is textured paper, so you can see it looks, that looks different in there. Hold on, Loose. You can, let's see, like I have another tree here. Do I have room to pull a print? I do have room to pull a print. I'm gonna stick this on. And I would just, if you do this, just have some like pre-cut shapes of different things you use in ornaments, you know, or not ornaments, cards. Like for Christmas, you could have ornaments or hearts, flowers, just base pieces or whatever. That way you can just, as you're printing one piece, you're making other too. So that made that tree like that. So as you can tell with the watercolor, the texture, with the alcohol inks, that the alcohol ink cardstock is going to give you not the texture, but it's like a shininess to it. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna take this and just re-ink right here. And then lift this again. There you go. And we have another green tree. Lucy. Oh, you can't eat my leaves, Lucy. You gotta go. Oh, he's over here trying to eat my leaves. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and wipe that off again, and we're gonna use the same piece, but we're gonna do a whole nother layer. Thanks, Dawn. Yeah, I need some pretty colors too, like some pinks and some purples and some all of that. I know I need to use these alcohol ones, or the pearl ones, not the alcohol. this point. I just feel like I need some more colors. I'm using 3 colors here. Which I did get a big pack of like the blues and the greens, but then I seen they had another pack of like all different colors. So I want to return the one and get the pack with all the different colors. And Alex, I don't know if you're still here, but I thought greens, blues, and purples, and then do the trees and have like the Aurora Borealis, like the northern lights behind it would be really cool. Alright, now we are going to... How do I need to use the whole pad too? Like this is an 8 by... Is it 8 by 10? 8.5 by 11. What size is this? 8 by 10. It is an 8 by 10 pad. They have smaller ones too, and there's round ones, and I don't really need the whole surface. I feel like I'm just wasting a lot of stuff, so I'm going to try to just do it on one part here. Yeah, Halloween colors would be cool. That would be cool, Dawn. And this one, I have no idea what this is going to look like. As I'm doing this, I'm thinking like, I would have probably done this one first because it's lighter, I think. Like, this is... This is fun. It's like kindergarten where you learn like mixing colors, but like as an adult and way funner. Okay. It's like a sunset. It makes me want a tequila sunrise real bad. Like I said, this is lighter color, so I'm not sure how this is going to work. This is totally just a test here. I'm going to let that dry. And for this, I'm going to press, let's press this leaf in. Just gonna press this leaf down on it. It's so funny. I went outside and was like, I need a leaf. This is gonna make me sound so dumb, and I'm okay with that. But I went outside and was like, I need a leaf, and then I'm like, oh, there's like no leaves on the ground in the backyard, weirdly. And then I'm like, Holly, there's still leaves on the tree. You just take a leaf off the tree. Oh, but you gotta laugh at yourself. And I wonder, what are you guys' thoughts on this? Like, it just makes me feel like this could, mix the colors. I don't know, because there's green all over this. What? Just gonna put the lift ink on here again. Hit it with my brayer. And you do really want to look at it and see that it's wet where you're doing this. Like, I got this in this concave thing, so it, a lot of times in the middle, it doesn't want to hit it. So definitely look back at it and make sure it's all wet. Because what's not wet, I don't think will pick up. It shouldn't. If it's dry, it shouldn't pick up. Alright, let's put this card back on here. And let's see what happens here. People will do this with lots of layers too. They'll do one, then do another color, pull it up, then add some bubble wrap for texture and pull it up, and just end up with some really cool prints. So, It does have the leaf in the middle there. I wonder what happens. Now this is on the watercolor paper. That's why it has all those little dots in there. And I wonder what we would get if we had done this on the alcohol ink paper. I'm just going to put some drops of alcohol in here. What Is that blue or is that green? Now what I want to see is if the alcohol is going to react on the watercolor paper, which I don't think it is. I did not much at all. So on watercolor paper, you're not going to get much of a reaction at all with the alcohol. So I definitely like the looks of the alcohol ink paper better. And you can pull this up. I'm just going to grab a piece of paper again. I just want to see what this looks like if we pull it up here. Yeah, like a 5x7 one would be perfect on, actually. Especially for card making, you know. People do big prints of this. Really cool stuff, though. And print, like, pages of books, even. There wasn't much left, but I just wanted to see what it would pull. Actually, that's really cool. You can actually see, now you can see on smooth paper, it's much different. You can actually see the lines in the leaf there. That's cool. And that's fun to do anyway because it pulls all the stuff off of your plate so you don't have much to get off. Is this color blue or is it yellow? Or not yellow, that was a dumb question. Is this blue or is this green? I'm sitting here going, man, I really want to make purple. And then I'm like, well, you can. You have red and blue, Holly. But is that, I think that's green. Oh no, that's going to dry out. That is going to dry out. Okay, we're going to do one more. Oh my gosh, it's been an hour already, yes. Sorry guys, we're going to do one more. This one we're going to put the paint on the back of when we finished it. Alright, we're going to let that dry. I'm going to try something here while we wait for that to dry. Ooh, that was silly. Very silly. It is like a blue-green, so I feel like purple should work. Oh yeah, I want to try, actually I'm going to try the blower this time too. Which I think if people want to blow their inks, I see some people actually make mixtures where it's 1 part alcohol ink to 2 parts alcohol. And I think those are probably the more flowy, that can flow a whole lot colors. Hi, loose. Why do I have a mess around me? If this turns out brown, we're just gonna... I had some blending solution. Now I did add that gold in on that one, but it was watercolor and I couldn't tell what that did exactly. Do you guys think this is gonna turn purple? Or is it gonna turn brown? I don't think it's not gonna turn purple. Ooh. That is... Nope. I'm just gonna press this on and see, but that is not purple, guys. Definitely not purple. That's what color that turned. Alright, we're just gonna pick this all up. Yeah, sunset and a beach would be cool. Yeah, I'll do a full, that red, yellow, orange one again. That did not make purple at all, guys. Red and blue make purple. However, that did not make purple. Yeah, you could do a sunset. You could put like palm trees with it too. And stamp it. There's a recipe too to make this jelly plate with gelatin and stuff. That's it, and we are going to do another piece of the alcohol ink paper. It's still really wet. Well, yeah, you know, Dawn, that's what I thought. Red and blue makes purple, but that did not make purple. You can't leave them, Dawn. They've found comfiness on you, so therefore you cannot move. Oh, thanks, Ayana. Yeah, give us the like if you want. This is just experimentation here. We are learning what not and not to do. Definitely alcohol paper is the best. I love that first one I did. Alright. This one I'm just going to do like the sunset, the red, yellow, orange on the alcohol ink. Paper. Alright, red. My question is, like, how much ink do you actually need? That's a good question. And a couple drops of blending solution so it blends easier. I know I'm like gonna overroll this. I'm telling myself, stop, don't do it more, and then I'm gonna do it more. Okay, so we're just gonna leave that like that right there. Will that fit? That'll fit that way. We'll do it that way. Kind of want... Kind of want to do this on part, but I'm not going to. We're just going to go ahead and pull it like this. I am having fun, Sue. That's why, like, it's after 8 o'clock already? Holy cow, I just feel like I just started. Hi, Carol. We've just been experimenting. I've never used this. This is jelly print plating and alcohol inks. So I never used it before, and ironically, my first one was my favorite. So we did this one, and then I used a stamp. But yeah, you can go ahead and watch. I'm using an alcohol kit from Ranger from Michael's, and it had, well, it didn't have the jelly plate in it. I already had that, but I hadn't used it. But it had all this stuff here that I'm making. It had the stamp, it had the paper, it had the alcohol inks, all sorts of stuff. Ah, good. I'm glad you said that, Belinda, because I was just thinking, I'm like, the blending solution, what is the actual difference there? But the blending solution has a fixative in it. Good to know. It's funny that you posted that, because literally it's like you read my mind. I'm like, what is actually the difference? Alright, now we're going to go ahead and put our lift ink on here so we can pull it up. I want to. Should I not? Should I not? I'm going to do it. Tell myself not to do it. Maybe I shouldn't do it. I was going to stick this on and then ink it and pull it up and do it. But I don't know if I want the honeycomb, so we'll just leave it like this for now. Ooh. Ooh, we'll have to try that too. Okay. The blooms are very cool to watch. Go ahead and press this down. Yes, enter the cutie contest. We need more entries. If we don't get more entries right now, we're going to have to postpone it because there's not enough. There's that, which that, interestingly, I must not have cleaned it very well because it's pulling some other colors in there. Oh, it's right here. I see, because I didn't clear all the way over. Oh no, but those are showing up there. But it has some different colors in there that showed up. So I'm going to go ahead. I want to roll this again with these. And see. Oh, actually, I wonder if I could take this and drop the alcohol ink. I want to see what happens here. Alright, we're going to take this. Oh! We're going to put some drops on here. I didn't mean to do it that big. Little drops like that would probably be cool. Yeah, and then they just like bloom. Like flowers, and they spread out. I'd love just to press on a stamp. Oh yeah, I was gonna do that actually, Belinda, where you press it on the stamp and then do it on the paper. Yeah, so those were big drops, but we're just experimenting and seeing what works there. I wonder what would happen if you let this dry. What happens if you just press it down? Yeah, I do have the little blower here too. Which, to blow it, do you have a trick of like, seemed like it was thick to blow. I know some people mix their alcohol inks with more alcohol to make them have more alcohol. I feel like those would move around easier. Grungy. Is both sides of the paper the same with this? I don't know. But yeah, the smaller blooms would definitely be the way to go on that. That made that one there. Let's go ahead and wipe this off. You definitely want to make sure you get it good, because I found out with that last one that I printed that it did have some that I had not got off of the other colors. Isn't it funny how the first one I did was my absolute favorite? Alright. We are going to do that. We are going to do that, Belinda. Thank you. There's so many different ways and stuff to do with this. I wonder if I... It's still wet. Okay. Me touching everything is getting stuff colored too. Alright, so for this we're just going to put the alcohol ink paper down. Oh yeah, you can, Rosie. You can make alcohol inks with Sharpies too. Alright, I want to use these pretty colors. I'm tired of my blues and yellows. We're just going to stick with these. Blue, yellow. Oh, it's really cool to watch it actually grow. You guys can see that? That's so cool. I need blue over here though. Hold on. I feel like I need a dropper. I feel like a dropper would be really good for this. Come on, buddy. Again, we're experimenting. So it looks like you want to make sure you get them before they dry. I need a big drop of this. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I definitely need a dropper. This little thing's good to put little drops on, but not when you need the big drops. I'm going to try adding some blue here. And then we're going to take the blower to it and see what we can get. I feel like the yellow dried quicker too. Let's see if we can move some of these around. Another drop of yellow on here. Alright, let's see if we can move them now. Ooh! How cool is that? That's magical. Whoa! Oh, that's satisfying. Well, that one in the middle there won't blow. Won't blow. Yeah, that's right. I want to see if I add the blending solution to it, if it then will. Yeah, and it did. So that made it be able to blend more just by adding some more of that blending solution. Oh, now that's cool. I love it, Belinda. There's so much you can do. Like, this is such a rabbit hole. So fun. It was perfect. I went down this rabbit hole and they had the stuff on sale this week too. And then if you get an area you need some more, oh, this is so cool. I want to fill this in though, because I want to use this for something. So I'm going to make sure and you can blow it till you can't, and then you can add some more color. Oh, we need some colors over here too. And this isn't jelly plate print, this is just with the alcohol inks here. Ooh. Going with that blending solution. Oh, this is some kind of good therapy too, let me tell you. Holy cow. And you can tell when it needs a little bit more, it just won't move too much. Just add some more either alcohol or blending solution, and then it goes ahead and moves easily. That's cool. I like colors that mix and do not make brown. Kept you guys a long time tonight. Holy cow. And I like need a little bit more right here, a little bit more. I think I need some blue right there actually. You can see this one is the darker, and that I just blended out without adding alcohol or blending solution to it. And then when you add that, you can see it like lightens up. That's fun. I think I need yellow right there, actually. Then I'm like done. With this one. Spread toner foil on it after it's somewhat dried, and those thicker areas will take the foil. Ooh. That is so cool, Belinda. And then you could, when you're finished with this too, you could, if you wanted to stamp on it, you could always let it dry and stamp on it. But like, look how that turned out. That is fun. That is fun. Alright, and we could just play here for hours, but I've kept you guys for like an hour and a half. So I think that's good today. And then another time we'll get into, I'll be experimenting more and trying different things. I want to do the pearl, the pearl inks, distressed oxides, watercolors on here. But there's so much more than you can do than the alcohol inks even. But that was fun. That was so fun. Time flies. I just want to try so many things, but I need so many more colors because I was just using those 3 colors there. But that was a great set. Oh, we didn't use this either, which this comes with the kit too. And you can put the alcohol inks on here and then stamp them on how you want. Or I just did it by dropping them on and then using the brayer. But we can see we got all different things. So we did this one here, which was our first one. Then we got really grunge. We were trying to make rainbow, but it mixed. But it made this like cool grunge background. And then I cut a stencil with Cricut vellum. And then we pushed it in there to make the honeycomb. But again, we realized the colors are mixed in there. Yeah, I have lots of paint too. Didn't have the alcohol inks, but I have lots of paint. So I'm excited to try that. And then this was done without the jelly plate with just adding the alcohol ink, using the blower with alcohol or the blending solution. That's so cool. That is so cool. Now where's the one we did the leaf? Oh. And then we used watercolor paper, which has a texture, which I wouldn't recommend for the alcohol inks, unless that's what you're going for. But then we pressed a leaf, just a leaf from the garden, into it too. And then I had some pre-cut trees I cut with my Cricut cardstock. So these were just printed on Cricut cardstock. Or not printed, but that was it, guys. That was the first time experimenting with it. And that was fun. Like, I could sit here for hours and play with this and see what I come up with. But I'd like more colors to do that. Right, Jamie? Thank you guys for watching. That was so fun to do. I'm gonna make way more stuff with that. I had cut too, which I didn't use. I had cut some flowers, some ornaments, because oh, hold on. We're gonna do an ornament. I want to do one of these ornaments real quick with the blowing of the ink. Well, I wonder if I can use these pearls. Okay, hold on. I need some pretty color. So real quick, I'm gonna take these alcohol ink pearls and I'm just gonna drop. Ooh, and these you want to shake, I guess. There's something inside these that you definitely want to shake. Because, if I remember right, Belinda said they have resin inside of these. So real quick, we're going to do this, and then we will be done. I just wanted some purple or pink in my life so bad. I wonder if now this is regular card. This is not alcohol ink cardstock. So it's not going to probably give the same effect as there. I wonder if I cover it. Alcohol first, if it would. Yeah, definitely, Rosie. Now go play with yours. I'm telling you, once you do it, it's going to be like, holy cow. This I'm just totally experimenting with, like everything else tonight. I have no idea. This is just Cricut cardstock. These are these pearl ones. We are going to see, and then I will let you guys go. Isn't it crazy how just a little like pink or purple in your life can make you happy? Alright, and then for this, because there's resin in it, you do want to use the blending solution and not just the alcohol. Hold on. Look, we're making purple, people. We are making purple. Oh, those are all melody colors. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh my gosh, that's fun. So fun. Oh, look. But you will see the texture of it, but it's still going to cover everything. So you can use a textured cardstock, and it just gives the textured look. Right? Oh my gosh. You guys are going to call me in the morning and I'm still going to be here. Like, hold on. Not really. My daughter's here. She's having a time. But there we go. But how fun to make embellishments for your cards with this, right? There, I think that's good. Those are the color combination I was looking for. There we go. But like, look at that ornament. It's hard to see in the light, but it's pink, teal, and purple. That was cool. That was fun. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you had as fun as I did playing. I gotta try to get this. You might want to wear gloves when you do this. But thank you guys for watching. If you were interested in the alcohol inks or the jelly print pad, there are links below. They are on sale this week. And then, yeah, cutie costume contest. If you had not submitted your costume for that, please do. We don't have any entries now, so we might have to push it back. But those are always super cute to see. So we will, what is today, Wednesday? So Alex and I will be live on Friday doing new image sets, which... Were we live last Friday? He was on a ship, right? So we weren't. So we should have lots of new image sets to go through this week. But thank you guys for joining in my playtime. That's what it really felt like, and I like that. And I needed that. My daughter needs this right now. I tried to get her to come down and sit with me. I said, you won't even be on video. Just come and, you know, play. Playing is good for the mind. So thank you guys, and we will see you guys on Friday. Everybody have a great rest of your week. And thank you guys for joining. And thanks for the thumbs up. We greatly appreciate that. We'll see you guys. Bye.